Earth Day, which happens on April 22nd, is a day that inspires appreciation and awareness for our natural environment. On today's show, we're going to be visiting the Earth Day Eco-Fest in Ventura's Promenade Park. Also on the show, a trip to Ventura County Medical Center to find out about their recycling programs and other sustainable initiatives. A trip down Main Street will take us to the Refill Shoppe, where one sustainable business owner is making a difference, one bottle at a time. But first, I'll be talking with Courtney Lindberg, City Environmental Specialist, about how we can all make a difference with preventing stormwater pollution. Courtney, the city has a slogan, "Only rain down the drain." Tell me why that's so important.
We use this slogan, rain down the drain, because it's really easy for people to remember. Sometimes there's a misconception and people think that anything that goes down the storm drain will go to the wastewater treatment plant, when in fact it doesn't. It goes straight to our waterways and right out to the ocean. So that's just a simple way for people to remember, only rain down the drain. So the most common items that we find that make their way to the storm drains tend to be small items or indirect items. Indirect would be when people put too much pesticides or fertilizer on their lawns and it easily makes its way to the storm drains. Small items would be fast food wrappers, hundreds of thousands of cigarette butts make their way to the storm drains and then down to the river and the ocean, and other small pieces of litter that people think are unassuming but can add up very quickly.
What about fertilizers and pesticides?
Pesticides are a problem when they're not applied properly. People do too much or they misuse it and it can seep into the ground and make its way to our waterways.
Why is cleaning up after one's pet so important?
Pet waste is a big problem with stormwater pollution prevention and teaching people that it's not natural to have the big concentrations of dog waste that people have in their yards or in dog parks. So Ventura has been promoting their poo-free parks and providing bags to encourage people to pick up after their dogs and throw it away because it's not meant to go into our waterways.
Grass and yard clippings are also dangerous if they get into the storm drain system. Why is that?
Yard waste can be a problem if people don't use their yard waste bin and they let it sweep it down the storm drain or leave it in the gutters. It can clog up storm drain openings, as well as it can reduce oxygen levels in the rivers and waterways. It's not meant to be there, and you never know what kind of pesticide or fertilizer treatment that had before it was cut and swept into the storm drain. So it should not be in the storm drains at all.
The city also recommends composting, correct?
The city recommends composting for a couple of reasons. One, it teaches people how to compost their own yard waste, food scraps, and then use it again, promoting healthy soils. And two, it reduces the amount of trash that goes to the landfill. So it's a win-win benefit for residents to learn how to compost.
Sometimes when people wash their cars at home, things can get into the storm drain system. What does the city recommend?
If you want to wash your car at home, we urge people to pull their car onto a permeable surface, whether that's on your grass or a gravel area that allows the ground to soak in the water so it's not rushing straight off to the storm drain. But we prefer if people take it to professional car wash services that have water catchment and treatment and certification and everything.
The city has an oil recycling program, correct?
The city does promote recycling for oil if you change your own oil. We started a new texting campaign, so you can text the word oil to 39798 for all of the locations where you can take your oil. The city also provides kits for changing your oil at home. You can get these for free from the Environmental Sustainability Office. Call 652-4525 to arrange pickup of a free oil change kit. The city participates in regular coastal cleanup events and beach cleanups. We have the annual coastal cleanup event coming up. Volunteers are urged to register and sign up to participate on the day of. And then you can also visit the Volunteer Ventura webpage to find out about all the different beach cleanup events.
Household hazardous waste events happen every month, don't they?
The Environmental Sustainability Division offers a free household hazardous waste collection event. It's on the third Saturday of every month, except for December, and residents can make an appointment by calling 652-4525 to make an appointment for this Saturday to bring all of their hazardous waste, and that includes if they have oil, and that includes paint, batteries, compact fluorescent bulbs, fluorescent tubes. There's a big list of things that you don't want to put in the trash, but you don't know what to do with it, and you can take it and have it safely disposed of for free.
Tell me about the hospital program the city's involved with.
Starting in July, there is a new Assembly Bill 341 that is bumping the state's recycling rate from 50% to a goal of 75%. So in order to do that, we outreach to all of the businesses in the city that were going to be affected by this, and both Community Memorial Hospital and the county hospital jumped on board and really wanted to increase their recycling, lower their trash, and they have done a phenomenal job. They have committees at each hospital, and we've gone department by department and really looking at their trash and seeing what can be recycled instead of thrown away, and it's been a drastic increase in their recycling and decrease in the amount of trash that's going to the landfill. So it's really exciting.
What types of items are the hospitals recycling now that they weren't before?
The pharmacy is a perfect example. All they're doing is taking containers, putting them into smaller containers, and sending off the medicines. So they consisted of plastic containers and cardboard shipping materials. 100% of that is recyclable. Their trash went to virtually nothing. So that's a perfect example of what we're doing there.
Who implements these programs?
Each hospital has put together a committee that has administration as well as key staff from each department. So we get together regularly with the whole committee, but when we go department by department, I have a contact for surgery or for pharmacy or for labor and delivery, and we tailor each recycling program to what their needs are.
Do you have a goal of the things you'd like to achieve with these programs?
We would like to see them reduce their amount of trash pickup, which would be a very obvious and direct correlation to the amount that they're recycling, but we don't have that data yet. We sent a letter out to all the businesses informing them of Assembly Bill 341 and that recycling is now mandatory, and the city offers help and training and containers and a lot of resources for them. Shortly after we sent out the letter, which was in June of last year, we heard from both hospitals, and they both set up recycling committees immediately, and we've been working with them since.
Approximately 8 months ago, we were presented by the healthcare agency's Chief Operation Officer, Leticia Rodriguez, to consider composting within our department in the Harrison Industries in the City of Ventura. So we partnered up with those two agencies, and we decided to commence with that. And over the course of that 8 months, we've had the ability to capture in excess of 92,000 pounds of compostable material, which we are extremely excited about. What typically happens is we have this freight elevator in which the carts will be returned to the kitchen from the nursing units, and once they're returned, 2 staff are designated the responsibility of breaking down those carts, putting regular waste into the regular waste containers, any type of recyclable material into a recyclable container, and all the food scraps into the compostable container. And it flows very smoothly, as you will see. It was very easy for the staff to conceptualize what it would all entail in this process of composting. We actually did some dry runs so that they would become comfortable with the process. And over the course of a few hours, I mean, they were just right on target. And they've taken true ownership of this process, and it has just gone like gangbusters. And we're so proud of them. In addition to that, what has happened is we've reduced our expenses on regular waste that's generated because of the 92,000+ pounds we've been able to capture. We no longer have to put that in the regular waste. So that gets utilized by other entities in, providing fertilizer as well as feeding animals, etc. So we sort of recycle that, and we're very excited about the opportunity to do that. We've reduced our expenses, our refuse expenses, and we've added an additional recyclable container on campus, which has helped us as well, and we continue to recycle in other areas. Well, the blue wraps, or as we refer to them, the blue trays, this is a program that was instituted by Susan Scott. She is the nursing director here at the healthcare agency. And what we've decided to do is these trays, which help deliver all the surgical instruments to our surgical units, and once the surgical procedure is over, typically those trays have been thrown in the trash. So we've found a secondary use for those trays in providing them. Once they're cleaned, we sent them over to the animal shelter for reuse with the animals in those shelters, to where they can either sleep on them, they can use it for leaving their food on there, a number of different things. So it's been very worthwhile and very appreciated by those folks at the animal shelter.
Yeah, well, we're recycling. We've been doing more savings, and we actually recycling a lot of cardboard and a lot of stuff that needs to be recycled. Monthly, we had 2 tons of cardboard, and a few, in the pharmacy, we've been collecting 6 to 7 bags a day from recycling.
And I look forward to any prospective folks looking to piggyback what we're currently doing. We're really excited about this whole process.
Well, my name is Rebecca Swift, and I'm a nurse. I work at Ventura County Medical Center in the emergency room. This project started the last couple months, and I'm really on board with it. What started me was we get the Pedialyte bottles, and they are a 4-pack in a case. Infamil also comes this way, and it comes with this hard plastic. So you take this off, and we would be throwing this in the trash. So that to me was like, what can we do? How can we use this to recycle it? That was my start. So then the City of Ventura came in, and they brought these trash receptacles to our department. They made this little bulletin of what was good recycle versus landfill trash recycle. We have a really busy ER here. It's really difficult, so we take this in baby steps. What I have found, what we do recycle well at, these are tubs that we have our cleaning agents in. We clean blood pressure cuffs, beds, different equipment. As far as recycling plastic goes in the ER, we can also use empty IV bags that are still attached to their plastic tubing. And we use these a lot every day. This is a cleaning agent that we use, 1 patient only, so it's a pretty big piece of plastic. Syringes, there's no blood on these, and these I saved from yesterday when I was on duty. Asked to disengage the stopper, and we can then put both of these into the recycle barrel. This is a iodoform packing. It's all plastic. It's not dirty. It wasn't used, but they can't use it because it's expired. Urine collection tubes. These are plastic. They used to be glass, and they don't have any body fluids, so they're not contaminated, and they can go into our recycle barrel. Goggles, we use lots of these. They're plastic. We try to reuse them and clean them, but oftentimes you don't know who had them before. They can go in. And bottle caps, they can go in. This is a patient wash basin. It's pink. This was used for casting, so I personally know it wasn't used with vomit or guts or blood, so it can go into the recycle. Gloves are no-no, so those go into trash. Some more IV tubing. Cans and soda bottles we put into a separate recyclable container. So we're really on board with this, and we're hoping that our pilot project can be taken to the other units and we can get everybody on board. Thank you.
The Refill Shop, located at 363 East Main Street, is an eco-conscious shop where reduce, reuse, and refill is the motto. The Refill Shop recently moved here. Tell me about this location and how it's working out.
We did recently move. We've been in this spot downtown since August of last year, and it's been really fun being downtown. It was pretty bone empty. This was a liquor store before, so there was not much to work with. We've really enjoyed finding materials to reuse and put to work, such as some of our cardboard signs and different things like that, and using driftwood and kind of found elements to make it extra special.
Michelle, what gave you the idea for this business?
I went to school here in Ventura at Brooks Institute for Visual Journalism, and it was a really great experience, and I kind of got out of school and it was time to grow up and join the real world and do something. And I've always wanted to make a difference in the world since I was little, kind of cheesy, but I had finished school and my goal going there had been to get paid to travel, but I had a 9-year-old dog who I loved too much to leave for months at a time, and so I was like, well, what else could I do? And I kind of just had this idea and decided to run with it, that it really fit a lot of elements of me. I grew up on a sailboat for 10 years, and that was a really big part of my life, and so growing up on the ocean and in touch with nature and going to conservancy camps, of having really supportive parents. So that all really made me take into account the big picture of the world and really wanting to be part of it and contribute and not bring things down. And the other part, honestly, is I love to shop. And so I got to kind of combine the two of those and buy things to resell that I really like and to share with people, and then also to make a substantial, little dent.
I'm a customer, I come into the shop. Tell me how the process works.
We refill, that's basically, what we do here. And you're welcome to bring your own bottle, jar, container, what have you. You just want to go ahead and clean it out ahead of time and let it dry and bring it in. We have a whole bunch if you don't have one, so you can start fresh, which is really nice too as you're switching over to all of our things. You really get to streamline your kitchen and your bathroom and have way less of advertising in your own home. And even if we put labels on, but they're really small and sweet. And then you come in, you fill up what you need, and we have such a range of bath stuff, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, bubble bath, shower gel, all that good stuff. And then the home and clean, we have laundry liquid and dish soap and all-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner. And then the really fun part is after you filled them up, then we custom scent most of it for you. Not everything's scentable, but most of it is, and that's included in the cost per ounce. And we have over 100 different essential oils and fragrances, and we can kind of help you mix and match and pick a couple and have things smell however you like, and they can be different every time and subtle or strong. And
how much does it cost?
Our pricing is pretty comparable. It depends on what you're buying and where you're buying it, obviously. And but it's really pretty comparable. Hand soap is probably the least comparable, but ours is really nice to use. But the dish soap is 30 cents an ounce, laundry liquid's 30 cents an ounce, and we do bulk discounts on that. I've done a good amount of comparing, especially with the laundry liquid, and we're right there. If you were getting Mrs. Meyer's at Target, we're the same cost.
Are all the products that you sell here made from natural ingredients?
The term natural is really loose and people misuse it a lot, but we try to live up to what you would want that word to mean. So our cleaners are from a brand called BioClean. They're really pure, it's all grapefruit surfactants, really natural, nothing funky in there. And then we have a really wonderful face care line made with love, and it's all, you can pronounce everything, you know what it is, it smells wonderful, it's great to use. And then the other bath products are kind of in between, but we try to be really forthcoming. It's all on our website as well, the percentages of organic content. And then with things that are foaming, like shampoos and shower gels, those are going to be less natural. Shampoo bars and soap bars are really the really natural solution to foaming gels like that.
What kinds of products do you have?
We have lots of fun stuff. It does we try to keep it in categories. So in addition to the liquids and the containers for refilling, we have lots of eco accessories, Clean Canteen water bottles, Life Factory water bottles, lots of lunch containers, and reusable eco accessories, which it's really nice because they're really only online. There's not too many other places you can go and see a lot of like the lunch skins and these different, you know, smaller company eco brands. And so you get to come in and touch them and feel them and get instant gratification. And then we also have some really cherry-picked bath accessories, things that we really like to use, raw pumice stones and just all kinds of fun, good stuff. Soap rocks are really special, good gift things too.
I heard you say once, you don't have to be an environmentalist to enjoy this shop. What do you mean by that?
A big part of our philosophy here is we're not a guilt-driven place. You know, there's so much going on. You go home, turn on Netflix, start watching documentaries, and it's like, oh my God, I need to save the whole world tonight, you know? And so we just try to kind of create a balance there where, you know, if you don't see why it makes sense to save and reuse that single plastic bottle, okay, you know, we're not gonna try and tell you that you're wrong or anything, but it's still really fun. You still probably need shampoo and lotion, and maybe you don't like scents in it, or maybe you had this one lotion way back in the day and it was bergamot ylang ylang and you've been looking everywhere for it. We can make that for you.
What inspired you to create this business?
So the initial idea for refilling started with olive oil, which we don't do, but you can do over at We Olive, and we love them. So I had gotten a really pretty bottle for my olive oil, and I took it home, and then I was like, oh, well now I need olive oil, and I had to go get a bottle of olive oil, and it all fit in one go. And that was my initial spark, because as it all fit, I was like, oh, well I used this bottle for 10 minutes, you know, to get it home from the store and put it in my bottle, and now it's useless. And that was where it really sparked, and you know, you always kind of think about things in the shower, and so it slowly transitioned to that, and then I took a long road trip and really just started to see the idea developing and see how that could become a really feasible thing to offer and how much I would want to shop there. I definitely look up to Patagonia and Red Brick Pizza and everybody over there and what they're doing, and so I'm really excited to be a part of that category with them. I really love the community here in Ventura. It's been really special making Ventura so much so my home, you know, because after finishing school I had a lot of friends here, and that was nice, but then starting the business and opening, just all the amazing people I've been able to meet, and Ventura is such a special place, so I'm happy to be a part of all the good things that we're doing here. So in addition to the core idea of actually refilling, one of the, I don't know, we really work behind the scenes to live up to our own idea, and I think that's really important. We save all of our packaging, all of our boxes. Most of them go to the YMCA for an art project. We save all of the peanuts. They go to a local woman who does internet business shipping, and so she's just so happy to get all of that, and that all gets reused. And we really just try to reuse as much as possible on our end, and people get really excited that we always have boxes available for them, and it's just little things like that those changes start to add up.
Can you customize a bath gel for me?
Are you sure? I'd be happy to show that. Alrighty, about to fill up some shower gel bubble bath here. Pretty high-tech stuff. So this gel is 78% organic content. It is vegan. It is sulfate and paraben free, but as I was saying earlier, it's not necessarily perfect, but it's better, and it functions great. Really good bubbles for the bath. Then we're gonna come over and scent. Do you know what scents you want, or do you wanna come and smell around and I can scent preview for you? And this is the cardamom on its own. I find it a little florally, but everyone who smells it smells something different in it, which is really pretty fun. One of my other favorites is lime. It kind of smells like Skittles.
That's good. I like that.
What kind of smells do you like?
Lavender. I love gardenia.
So this is our lavender. It's Bulgarian. It's wonderful with ylang ylang. It's a great combo. Perfect. Yeah.
Special events are held all over the world on Earth Day, April 22nd, in honor and appreciation and awareness of our natural resources.
Earth
Day was designated as International Mother Earth Day by a 2009 consensus adopted by the UN. It's celebrated in 192 countries around the globe, and today I'm in Ventura's Promenade Park celebrating the Earth Day EcoFest. I'm here with Jill Sarek, Environmental Specialist with the City of Ventura. Hi, Jill.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Now tell me, what's going on today? What kind of exhibits do you have in this booth?
Well, this is the Ventura Water and the City of Ventura Environmental Sustainability. So we have information on how to keep fats, oils, and grease out of the drains. We have information on where does our water come from, some gadgets that will help you conserve water. You can sign up for information for our programs and for our e-newsletter. Kids can play a game here and learn a little bit about water, and it's always a fabulous festival. There's always a lot of people here and a lot of information, and it's a beautiful day today.
I come every year. My daughter goes to Ventura Charter, and it's just a wonderful thing. I think it saves a lot of what our Ventura is all about, the beaches and our wonderful community.
And we're having actually two groups here, the Sierra Club and the affiliated group that's with us of Wilderness Basics, and we're here to help support, of course, the earth.
An associate of mine here in the city told me they were going to run gas-powered generators for a Earth Day eco-friendly day. So I was available. I got here at 7 this morning, and I am powering the entire event from my 12K generator, and this is independent from any grid now. We are completely sustained by the sun. You know, the sun comes up every day, 365 days a year, everywhere in the world. It gives us life, and if we can just capture a little bit of it, it'll actually reduce our fossil fuels. So we are not burning any generators around here today.
I'm here with Mary Galvin. Mary, tell me about today's event. The Ventura Charter School of Global Arts and Education really put this on, didn't they?
Yes, this is an entirely parent-organized event. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and we work on it all year long. This year's our biggest event ever. We've been doing it about 6 years. We've got about 70, 80 vendor booths and 2 full stages lineups of entertainment, lots of food vendors, just the biggest crowd we've ever had.
Why is it so important that people celebrate Earth Day?
Well, we believe, and what we teach our students is that they are the future, and they're the ones that have to be the stewards of the earth. So it's just something that's really important, the quality of our air and the quality of our water living here on the ocean. It's really important to those of us that live in Ventura County. Most of the vendors here are sustainable, talking to the public and to the attendees about sustainable living and different ways of protecting the environment and celebrating the earth.
To find out more about preventing stormwater pollution and for green tips, visit cityofventura.net/environmental and also check out our blog at sustainableventura.tv. For green tips and green product giveaways on your phone, text the word Ventura to 39798. Message and data rates may apply, up to 3 messages per month. Reply stop to stop. Terms and conditions at 805insider.com terms. SustainableVentura.tv for a better tomorrow.